Oh, that hurts.
Oh no.
Cheers.
Cheers. I feel so bad. Okay. Hi everyone.
Hi.
We've had a little exciting pre-production here today.
So, these KitchenAids are really heavy.
They're really the old ones, especially, and that's an older one.
They're steel and they're really well made. And I keep it on top of my fridge, and I was getting it down when we were getting ready to prepare to do the show tonight, and it fell on my face and my shin.
I was on this side going, oh no, and there's nothing I can do. Nothing, literally nothing.
Look, it's really scary, and I'm fine. I took an Advil, I took a shot of whiskey. It's fine. I'll be okay.
It also hit her shin and broke her mason jars.
But not my good Italian ones.
She was attacked by a KitchenAid.
I'm so happy about that.
Oh no.
What's good to know is I'm fine, and the meringues are happening because everyone's excited about them. But it's one of those things where it's just like, I think we're all, and I know you know this, Debriana, of just like, we're so tired, we're so shouldn't be driving or operating heavy machinery right now because it's a stressful time in life.
Oh my God.
There's lots of right now, and I'm just tired.
She was just saying, I don't feel like myself, and it was like crash bang.
You were literally like, how are you doing? I'm like, I don't really feel like myself today. It was like it just fell on me, and like So anyway, we cleaned up the kitchen. The dogs are safe. There's no glass on the ground that we know.
No.
And now we're gonna make the meringue.
And now for the making of the meringues.
Okay, so everybody take a deep breath. Yeah, the whiskey really helps. That really helped just now. Okay.
Good.
So
oh my God.
I even put on my Christmas pants, okay, today.
I have my Ruth shirt on today. There's Ruth underneath here.
Yay. That makes
I'm flashing Ruth.
The great thing about this is they're so simple, and it's really, you can make a spectacular holiday thing with, it just takes time, but the effort is so simple. So it's really no big deal. Only a few ingredients, and for some reason I'm making 3 flavors because why not? Because it's what I have in my kitchen.
Yeah.
So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure the egg whites are at room temp. So they've been sitting out for an hour. 4 egg whites.
4? Okay.
I think this is going to make approximately 40 cookies. It depends how big you make the little florets.
Right.
Could be more, could be less if you make them bigger, right? Okay. Then you want to preheat the oven to 225.
Yep, low and slow, right?
Low and slow. And then you want to line your cookie sheets with parchment paper. And I have 2 because I don't want the meringue to sit around. You want to get it all out and get it all baking.
In the oven.
Do it in batches. You know what I mean? It's a strange little cookie, and it made me research meringue a little bit because there's, the 3 kinds of meringues: Swiss, French, and Italian. Okay. Why they own the meringues, I don't know, but they just do. And this is the French meringue right now.
Okay.
That makes the pavlova. It's the same thing that makes the pavlova cake.
I love pavlova.
Great. And then there's the lemon meringue pie. That's the Swiss meringue that's like wet and then stays wet, but you bake it and it gets all brown and caramelizes. And then there's the Italian meringue, which is like a beautiful frosting with the totally almost hard candy sugar, really, really
Mhm.
melted sugar. And then you make this beautiful, gorgeous icings and stuff like that. So those are the three kinds.
Okay.
And so actually I'm feeling much better right now.
Well, I'm sure that shot of whiskey helped.
I can move my face. Okay.
Ouch.
All right. So it's so easy. All you do is the egg whites, cream of tartar, and sea salt. We're gonna put it in the big mama, which didn't break, which I can't.
We're gonna see if that works.
Well, we're gonna see if it works. It's gonna be really loud for a little while, so you're gonna have to talk to the crowd.
Just bear with us. Yes, I will entertain the crew.
You do a little song and dance. This is 4 eggs, as I said, and room temp, I guess, is really important to the meringue because you want this shiny, result at the end of mixing it, whisking it, and you really don't want to do a hand mixer because it's just too much work. It's
Oh no.
you
I know. When I think about like when they came up with meringue, like in the French kitchens in the 1800s, and you're like somebody was down there beating the heck out of it. Don't say beat. No, don't say beat.
It's really, you have to be so strong to whip eggs, and people have different feelings about it. My mom, for example, she only likes to hand whisk her whipped cream and her egg whites in her copper round special bowl. And she's had this damn bowl for 40, 50 years. Maybe 60,
Wow.
actually. Really a long time. And we're always like, Mom, just use the mixer. She's like, no, it's not as good this way. I have to aerate it. It's special, and so whatever, it works for her, and that's great, But everybody has their thing, but it's a lot of work to beat,
Yeah, especially to get it to the right peak.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna put a half a teaspoon. I'm gonna measure this properly of cream of tartar, which
Measuring.
a powdery form of a vinegar of an acid is from wine grapes, and it just makes the eggs stay in their stiff mode.
But yeah, it holds the meringue together.
Gives it more form. And then a quarter teaspoon of sea salt. Okay, not everybody does this at the beginning. There's so many people do it in different ways. I mean, I was looking up my special lemon meringue pie, and what I do, and I just add it to the beginning, and then we're gonna do the sugar in a very special way, but it's gonna get noisy. And all we want it to do right now is froth. So we're gonna get it frothy.
Okay.
Fry in it so you can see it, okay?
Okay. Yep. Oh Lordy.
Something happened to it.
It's working though, right? It's not smoking or anything, is it? Okay, so
But like an old car, it's still working.
it's not smoking, right?
Here's the froth, okay?
Yep.
So,
Yay.
So before you start to go to town, I'm going to explain the sugar, okay? So what you want to do is, this is the part that's really, really important. And if you don't do this, it's going to screw up the whole thing. So I'm going to be really careful. I'm just going to put it bluntly.
Be careful.
You have to, for meringue, you have to use super fine, or AKA caster sugar, as they say in the UK. Okay, and you have to put it in a tablespoon or a teaspoon at a time, and you need to count like 10 to 20 seconds between this because it's got to really get glossy, and then you add the next one because you're wanting it to dissolve.
Okay.
We're going to check the dissolve afterwards because if it's not totally dissolved, then you're going to have problems. So what I did was I didn't have any caster sugar. Who has that? I don't have that hanging around. Do you? Okay.
Nope.
So what do? You just put it in your little Cuisinart, and I just ground it
Blend
up
it till it's super fine. Yep.
for like a minute, and it turned into super fine. So I'm going to be doing that right now, and you can tell us all too. Okay.
Yes. Well, I'll talk about my my experiment last night. How that went.
How did it go?
The texture is perfect of my my shortbread where the crackers. They came out really well, the texture, so I was happy with that. But I think I want to try and use the barley malt as the sweetener because the honey was a little sweet for me. And I tasted, comparison the two, and these are not as high note of sugar, which would mean the barley sugars, the barley malt takes it down just a little bit. So I'm going to look for that, and I'm going to look for a higher quality chocolate, powdered chocolate. So this says it's Dutched, even though there's baking soda in it, which was weird, but that's okay. So I'm going to look for some Dutched. I think I'm going to get the Ghirardelli, which I didn't have. I used to have it, but I've used it up. So I'm going to look for some Ghirardelli powdered Dutched chocolate and barley malt extract, which I think I can get at Whole Foods.
And are you going to try it with graham as well?
With graham flour? Do you hear what she is saying? Lisa needs to be specific, like exact in measuring ingredients. She can do it.
This is a cup of sugar.
Okay.
And I'm putting it in by tablespoonful every about 20 seconds.
Okay. How's that?
Is that exact enough?
There you go. Now you're not adding any flavoring right now, right?
You have to add the flavors at the end. You
Okay.
can't mess with the meringue right now.
Okay.
Doing the sugar thing, and you can't put any flavors, it'll mess it up. Do it at the end, and I'm going to hold our hand through it. And you're going to hold on.
How's your cheek?
It's looking really good. Things are looking up.
Okay. How's that cheek? Does it hurt? Your face?
You know what? It's totally feeling better now. I'm going to be fine.
Okay.
But at the beginning, it was scary.
Yeah, that was a little scary. Someone's very proud of you.
I love how my kids cared. Like they were really concerned.
Well, I like that they came in and vacuumed.
Because with teenagers, they don't tell you that they love you a lot because they're just in their teen zone. So it's kind of nice to get that today.
Yeah.
Maybe
don't throw a KitchenAid at your face to get it though next time.
Wow, it's like sugar pixie dust, and when I put it down, the sugar goes in my face, and it tastes good.
Oh, good.
Okay, the peaks are starting to form. Soft peaks. Here we go.
Okay.
Soft peaks.
Okay. Yep. Oh, it looks beautiful.
You want stiff peaks. That's when you know it's done. So we have to test it to make sure the sugar is not gritty.
Okay. How much sugar do you have left? You still got a ways to go.
Probably like, 3 or 4 more tablespoons.
Okay.
But it has to dissolve. That's the deal.
Okay. Which is probably another good reason why the egg whites have to be at room temperature, because if they're cold, they won't absorb the sugar that well.
I'm actually going to scrape the sides of the bowl right now and turn it off for a second.
Well, yes, and then show soft peaks because they're really different than hard peaks.
Yes. Yeah, right now we've got soft peaks. And what happens is, and I'll show you with the whisk when we take it out, is, it really sticks with it. And it's starting to get shiny. And
Oh, it's pretty. Yeah.
what you really want. And it's hard because like right now I'm gonna test it and it's still too gritty sugar. So you have to have it has to be dissolved. So you just keep mixing until
Okay.
it's dissolved. But here's the soft peaks.
Yeah,
See?
there. Don't drop us.
Oh God.
Don't drop us in the KitchenAid.
I'm worried. My kids are like, "Are you okay?"
Uh,
Talk to me on January 21st, okay? Then
the
I'll be okay.
KitchenAid incident, it seems a bit more scary than the cut finger episode 67. Yes, it was very scary. I did smack myself though. There.
Oh my God! You want to know the best thing about meringue?
What?
Like 20 calories a cookie.
Nice. There you go. Well, and these are going to be gluten-free, aren't they? There's no flour in these,
Yeah,
so they're
gluten-free.
gluten-free.
And I mean, it does seem like a lot of sugar, but it's not. Is it really that much? I mean, I don't think it's that much per cookie. If you ate all of them, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But if you only had like 3 or 4.
How's it going?
So,
Oh, I can see the puff when you do that. The puff of sugar.
and I'm like, ooh. I feel like I hope
what?
this is okay. I hope this KitchenAid is okay.
Well, it's working so far. As long as it's not smoking, I guess we're good.
Okay, it's getting really stiff. I'm going to pump it up.
So did you have that on like medium high? She can't hear me. I will ask her when we're ready, like what that was on. But so Lisa, what did you have it on? Did you have it on a medium high and then you're turning it to high?
Yeah.
Okay. What about the sugar content? You need at least 6 at a time with tea. Well, yes, that's true. You might, if you have a big cup of tea. I have a thermos of tea.
We're going to test
Look
it
at my tea.
now. I'm testing it. Okay. That's cool. It's still a little gritty, a tiny bit. I bet if I do it a little bit more, it's going to be okay. So it's almost there. We're almost there. Okay, here we go.
Part of me wishes you could add bourbon to the cookies. Things a little noisy. I hope it didn't break on the way down. It was definitely loud, you guys. It was really weird. It was hard being over here going, I can't do anything. I can't even help you.
I know. It's weird not being in the same kitchen, you know?
It is. Look how many months of this. This is episode 205, I think.
Okay, we're so close. I would say like 20 more seconds and we're going to have it.
Okay.
And then we're going to pipe it, and it's going to be fun because I don't have any piping bags.
Okay. Well, this could be an experiment.
That's what the YouTube is for. You learn how to do some hacks. Okay.
That's it. It's weird how it starts out really loud and then diminishes. He's watching carefully.
10 more seconds.
Okay.
Let's count together, everyone. 10, 10, 9.
Okay.
We've got this. We've got this. Okay. We're gonna take it down. We're gonna take it down. Now the cool part is
The graham crackers turned out great. They I'm going to make a couple of adjustments, as I said earlier. Oh, look at that. That's
this is
with egg white, girl.
peak perfection.
Yeah.
And it's not gritty. So okay, great. Let's move on to the next step.
It's all working. So
Okay.
I'm going to use barley malt instead of honey, which I have to get, and I'm going to get a higher quality chocolate. Like I really want a dense chocolate flavor. So I'm going to get, I think, the Ghirardelli high-end chocolate powder and see how that works. So it worked, though the texture's right. So thank you for asking.
That's good.
All right. So what are you doing?
So right now I'm just scraping off a little bit of the top. It had some stuff on there. You know, the sugar crystals, and I don't want it to get back into the dissolved part. So I'm not going to mix this one to mess it up. Okay. So now is when we put in the flavoring. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put in vanilla first because that's kind of the base, and I want to make a couple vanilla ones, right?
Okay.
So, I'm just going to add very little.
Are you going to use regular vanilla or vanilla paste?
I'm going to use vanilla extract, and I'm just going to use half a teaspoon. You don't need a lot because you don't want to add a lot of liquid at this point. Okay? So I'm just I'm just going to mix it with the thing. I'm just going to go like this, mix it in. Okay.
Okay, someone's going to have dinner, but they have a lot of eggs, so they're coming back to watch later.
You have eggs. Now, why did I choose to make this today, right? Why? Because I had 2 dozen eggs. Why? Because it was Thanksgiving, and Morse likes to make smoothies. So, you know, you do what you got to do.
Is he going to use the yolks then? What are you going to do with your yolks?
I'll make an omelet or something tomorrow morning, you know?
Okay.
I'll just use it for something else. Okay, so I just fold it in. You don't want to overdo it, right? Fold it in the vanilla. Look, it's looking great. Okay.
Okay.
So now this is going to be the vanilla one. So I don't have any piping instruments, and I used to, and I don't, and that's a whole other story. We're not going to get into it. Okay. But anyway.
Okay.
Used to have this thing.
Okay.
So if you know, just a simple Ziploc bag. And I learned some hacks today. For example, you can take some masking tape. Okay.
Cool. I don't know this hack.
Well, Ronan's an artist, and this is why I have this stuff. Okay. So you just take the tape and you reinforce the corner. Okay.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Isn't this great? So
Yeah.
It's like you're putting, you know, a thing on it if you had the specially scalloped edges, and you're going to do it on both sides. Okay.
Okay.
It reinforces a tip, if you will.
Yeah. Well, that makes it so the tip doesn't stretch, I would guess. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And these are freezer bags, so these are
They're sturdier.
the strongest Ziploc that they make. Okay, so here we go. So you've got this, right? You've got masking tape on both sides. Okay. And this is like painters, like, you know, people who paint masking tape. This isn't like the thin part. It's
okay. Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna, you know, use it like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so in order to get a star, this is what I've been told. I watched the YouTube, is you're gonna want to cut it with some really sharp scissors. So I'm not necessarily cutting a hole. I'm gonna try to remember the shape they did. Okay, I think it was like this, and then like that. Okay, so if you look at this, Debriana, what does this remind you of? I mean, it's like, you know, it's that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Like a star, right? When you have the professional patisserie deal, it's gonna be like this, right?
Okay.
So see, it makes that. This lady, I just learned it from YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
So, all right. So we're gonna do the vanilla ones first, and I'm gonna take a small sheet put it down here. And you want to take a glass. You know, we did this last time before when we did frosting, and you put the thing in, you know, and you.
Yeah, that helps hold it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you put it over this, and then you fill it. Okay, we're gonna fill it with the meringue over here. And it's really thick. I mean, this is looking beautiful. I'm very pleased with it. You don't want to have air pockets, right? Because then you're gonna have a mishap.
So are you just going to use like a third of it right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a third of the different flavors.
Okay.
Because that's what I had in the house. Now, if I was doing, and I'm just gonna get all this down there and get the air bubbles out. If I was doing a Christmas special thing, I would do peppermint, you know. And,
Yeah.
you know, you could do peppermint and chocolate. I mean, you could just do like
Yeah.
You could do orange, you could do ginger, candied orange. The sky's the limit with these things. So you're just gonna, you know, kiss it down. Oh my God, it's totally working. This lady rocks.
Ah, that's awesome.
Beautiful. And I didn't have to spend any money buying a
Equipment, but you might have to buy a new KitchenAid.
totally works. Oh yeah, I might have to do that. Well, we're gonna get KitchenAid as a sponsor, right?
Yeah. Anybody can anyone help us with KitchenAid sponsorship?
Right. Okay, so this is perfect and it's working really well. And you just, you know, you make these little kisses. Oh my gosh, look, it made the starry floret.
Perfect.
So,
Yay.
Okay, so that worked. Okay.
Okay. Yay.
So we're just gonna fill it up. I'm gonna do a little bit more vanilla. Just add some more. Maybe did only a quarter. So that right there, if that's a quarter and that was 8, you know.
So you split the meringues into 3 separate bowls?
No,
she didn't do that. She
No,
just has one bowl with vanilla in it right now. That's just the base flavor.
So I'll do the coconut next. I'm gonna add coconut to the top. I'm not gonna put it in the mix, and then the lemon zest I'm gonna fold in. So that's how I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So you're not making chocolate ones?
Well, you know what? If I wanted to right now, guess what? I could just add some cocoa powder, right?
Yep.
I could.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else today. So, oh my God.
The day is over and she's making meringue.
I'm so happy right now. I feel okay. It doesn't really hurt much more anymore. And
It's good.
okay, so I'm just gonna keep piping these babies. And
then how are you going to bake them?
Okay, so they go in 225 oven, which is really low, and they bake for 45 minutes. And that's really low. And they go for then, okay, this is the really important part. You do not open the oven doors, okay? So you turn the light on so you can look at it, but you do not open the oven doors. And for about 2 hours, so you let it bake for 45 minutes at 225.
Yeah.
Off the oven, you leave it closed, and it has to cool as the oven cools because that's going to dry these things out. They're going to be crunchy on the outside and a little bit chewy on the inside and melt in your mouth. And that's the secret.
That is.
That's how they work.
That's the same with when you make pavlova.
Yes.
You pipe it in a circle onto the sheet like that. You put it in the oven to bake, and you leave it in there after it's done.
Yes. And it's got to dry out. And I'm not thinking we're going to have any problems with humidity in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Not in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
And you want to try to get these, I'm going to add a little bit to these because they don't really grow. And, there's no sort of.
Yeah, they don't rise.
So they don't rise. They stay kind of what they are, but they need air, flow.
Yeah, you want air around them so they cook all the way.
Don't put them too close. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. This is how I translated.
But that's going to be the vanilla. So here we go. See how cute? Look at this.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay, now we're going to do coconut and lemon on the big sheet. And we'll just use the rest, and That's all
So
I
you're
got.
just gonna sprinkle coconut on the top?
I'm just gonna put some sprinkles on the top because
Okay.
I mean I guess I could put it in 2 bowls and put it within. Why don't I do that? I didn't really think
And
about
then mix the coconut in. And is it toasted coconut or just regular?
what I had in my freezer was unsweetened shredded coconut, so that's what I'm
Okay.
so right now I'm gonna split what's left in here in half. It's not gonna be that much. But I'm gonna do that. Okay. And then yeah. Oh, that'd be good. Okay, that's gonna be
So how many do you think are on that other cookie sheet?
I'm looking at it for probably 16.
Okay.
So right now I'm folding in. I'm just completely making this up. Um, unsweetened shredded coconut. That's probably like 2 tablespoons.
Okay.
I'm just gonna very lightly fold it in. Okay, you cannot if you over mix, you're gonna have problems.
Yeah, they'll flatten out.
Do not do that.
You'll deflate the egg.
So now here comes the coconut. And you know, man, you could like sprinkle it with chocolate. You could do swirls of chocolate. It's really fun to swirl with colors. I remember doing that as a kid with peppermint chocolate. And you can make like peppermint chocolate wafers and then, put these in between and make these cute little kisses. It's a totally great Christmassy thing. Okay, so here's the coconut. Here we go. All right,
And they last for a while, don't they?
Yeah, you can just put them in
the freezer. No.
I don't think the freezer.
No, I wouldn't freeze those.
An airtight container, I would say.
Chocolate coconut, yeah. Chocolate coconut would be great.
You know what I just realized?
This
bag is going to have coconut in it, and if I want the lemon ones to be pristine, I have to
make another bag.
But I can do that. See? I just averted disaster. Okay.
Oh, yay.
Well, coconut lemon wouldn't be bad either.
No, it wouldn't.
So, and here's the other thing about this. You do not have to do a bag thing like this. You could just drop it by a tablespoon, right? Yeah, you can totally do spoons and it'll be wonderful. Okay, I'm throwing this away. Here's the beauty.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna make a little one. And then I'm just gonna put lemon zest in there. Okay. I'll call it a day. Now, you could do, if I had it, you could do some kind of lemon oil or lemon extract, but I don't have any of that. So I was in Whole Foods the other day and I got orange extract. I saw it there and I thought, I'm gonna get this. I don't know whether I'll use it, but I'm gonna have it. Okay, you know what would be so good, Brianna, is you put orange extract after the vanilla stage with these, and then some like candied orange pieces. Candied orange peel, yeah. And then maybe even, I don't know, some kind of orange. Maybe if you did orange zest to give it like an orangey flavor color, those would be stunning. Yeah. Have you made orange zest? Candied orange before? I never have. So I'm gonna. Oh, it's so fun. Is it? Yeah, it's fun to do. It takes a long time because you have to clean the orange rinds a couple times to get the bitterness out. Oh yeah. So they have to boil couple of times, but it's not hard. It just takes a while. Okay, so I'm taking a lemon and I'm gonna zest probably, let's see. So would you say that's about a third of the batter left or a little less? Maybe a little less. I made more vanilla, but I'm gonna put these with fresh berries tonight. So okay. So it's basically vanilla base and then adding different things. Now, if you wanted to, just think of the possibilities of instead of when I did the vanilla, what you could add. You could add, like rum and chocolate. You could do chocolate cocoa powder and peppermint. You could do Gotta get a clean
Well,
brush.
you could just put them in a bowl and put berries on top, like a coulis or something like that too,
Yes,
like baby pavlovas.
like a raspberry coulis. Oh, there's one other thing that we have to be really cognizant of. Okay, so I'm folding the lemon zest in there. Probably about a tablespoon. Okay, and the other thing you have to be really careful of is when you begin your mixer that there are no residue oils of fats or water because
Yeah, it has to be super clean, the bowl and the mixer
it'll
part.
really, really affect the success of this.
Yeah, it's funny, like it's very simple to make, but you have to be really cognizant of a whole bunch of things before you make it.
This is total precision. Like this isn't like it's simple, but it's basic chemistry, and if you don't do the chemistry things right, you're gonna have a serious issue.
It just won't meringue.
Right. So I'm gonna. Here's my lemon.
Yay!
Oh, I'm so happy that I did 3 flavors. So everybody. Oh, and it's great because when you do the zest, you can't see it right now, but I can see the little pieces of zest.
Yeah.
So if you did like big orange zest and candied orange, that would be gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
Nice.
I think we're done here, and these are going to be super cute.
So you didn't put them in the oven yet. You're gonna open the oven once and put everything in at once, right?
And when you do the star, you go down and up, so it has a little thing on it. Okay.
Okay.
Did everything. I didn't forget anything. These are going in the oven right now, not to be opened for any reason.
Do not touch the oven.
It's only 225, so it's really low. And you know we're living in the high desert, so
Yeah, that makes it somewhat easier for us.
no problem with the dryness. Okay, so I could fit 2 in there.
Here, let me see if I can find her.
45.
There she is.
Timer's going on for 45 minutes. Then what do? We're going to turn the oven light on right now so I see them. You don't want them to brown. They're going to stay the same color, right?
Mm-hmm. You just want them to dry out.
In 45 minutes, I'm going to turn the oven off, and they're just going to dry for like 2 hours.
Okay.
And then I'll open the oven. And I'll
take a picture.
Okay. I'll take a picture with the berries.
Thanks for meringuing us with you after you got meringued.
You know when it's like you're having like a really bad time and you say to a friend, you're like, just punch me in the face, okay? Like that would be worse than what's happening right now. That's what happened to me.
Oh my God.
No, actually, I'm okay. It's weird. I put on the arnica and the whiskey and the Advil, and it's doing the trick.
Arnica, whiskey, Advil, it's all good. I'm great. I'm
feeling good. I'm feeling
all right. I'm glad. Thank you for indulging us.
But these are a really great Christmas holiday thing, and they're just fun, and they look great, and you can swirl them with different colors. You can do food coloring, and they can just look really fancy in like a big bowl if you were entertaining.
Yes, which we're not, but there you go.
Next year.
We're entertaining you guys.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, entertain whoever you are dining with, they're really, they could be showstopper.
Yeah, they could be.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Is someone saying thank you, Lisa? You're welcome. Here. Okay.
Poor Deborah, had to witness it, and there was nothing she could do.
Nothing I could do. I was like, oh my God, this is the weirdest thing. I can't crawl through the TV.
Okay, we're going to end the show with this.
Yes, a drink. And we'll end the show with our scroll.
One more. It's Giving Tuesday.
Oh, that's right. It's Giving Tuesday for sure.
And what's great about Giving Tuesday is
Giving Georgia.
a lot of these organizations and foundations may have matches today. So that's what makes it different than any other day. I mean, hopefully people give all the time, but when they can, and even if it's just a little, I don't think people understand.
A little helps a lot when it's all of us together. So
everybody doing $10 is a lot. If it's a million, it's a lot. So
yeah, and so many local food banks need help right now. It's really important to, if you can help a little bit with local food banks, because so many people are hurting. And there's a lot of organizations that are national that are helping people. So if your area doesn't have a problem with food banks, there's lots of national organizations that are helping people.
And if you don't want to be, well, I guess it's all political, but today, if you follow me on Instagram at Noel Films, I just posted a post with all of the organizations I donate to all year long. So
yeah, did you see? I saw World Kitchen here. I was very excited to see them. I mean, sort of, not, but I know that because we obviously need help feeding people here, or they wouldn't be here. But it was exciting to see them here. So World Kitchen is a good one to help.
That one's great. I mean, I'm always thinking about equality and human rights, and there's so many.
You're flashing, Ruth.
Wonderful organizations. This year I pray, Debriana, and we'll have a party if this happens that will rival them all. I really want the Equal Rights Amendment to pass.
Me too.
It's just like you talk about systemic change, and that's one of those things where, it just has to happen. It's just, we're going to have a female.
We have the best shot at it for this year in 2021.
We're going to have our first Madam Vice President, and technically she isn't recognized in the Constitution. Okay. Yeah. So it'd be nice.
It'd be nice.
And that would be such a great gift to Ruth Bader Ginsburg's memory.
Yes.
Yep,
it would.
And others, and many, many others.
Many others that walked before, for sure.
Fought so hard for.
Well, let's get it done. Well, we got to get Georgia first, or none of that's happening. So.
Okay, so then there's fair fight.
There's fair fight.
Yeah, so definitely.
Got to go get Georgia, people. Yes, and postcards to swing voters and Envoys for Humanity. They're all doing postcard writing now. So do what you can.
Yeah, and it's fun to research. And I'll just tell you an interesting story that just tells us where we are right now. So you look up top women's foundations to donate to for women's rights or something like that. Do you know what comes up? Makeup Foundation.
Oh.
Okay. That's what comes up on Google. Do I need to say any more? This is it.
No.
Do it. Just do it and you'll see. So that was a kind of, that's why I was in my state.
Yeah. That's an eye opener. No.
For the many reasons. And then it's like, oh yeah, I had my mixer fall on my face. But anyway.
No, we don't want any more falling mixers. Everybody find somebody to donate to.
If I'm just saying to everybody, just take care of yourself. Self-care is very important. Get your rest. We're all taking on a lot right now. It's hard, and it's the holidays, and just, don't try to lift heavy things.
Have somebody help you.
If they're above you and they're heavy, it's a thing. If they're below, it's different,
Yes. Just be careful no matter what.
Yeah. Okay. Be present.
Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys.
Thanks for everything. And hey, let's get to 3,000 members. Tell your friends.
Please tell people to join us. We want 3,000. 3,000 by Christmas.
We can do this.
We can do it. Bye.